watching fireworks on the 4th of July, roller coasters all around, whether you're on one or not. Treated to the spectacular fireworks display right on Cedar Point Beach at dusk. CedarPoint.com for all the details. Get the last pair of passes from me this week. Good luck. 2 for Cedar Point. Enjoy. Call 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Are you trying to make us all uncomfortable?
Alan Cox.
It's gross, it's weird, it's not right, it's not cool.
And there's plenty more where that came from. Back to the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
The 4th of July is America's birthday.
Don't blow off your hand.
Don't drink and drive.
I'll molest the kid.
Bill, that'll make everyone sad.
That's why I said don't do it.
Brush your teeth.
Don't eat your family, especially if they're Latino.
Don't commit treason for any reason.
Unless it's to get some poontang. Don't throw the fish hooks or read books, because this is still in America.
Don't tip a cow.
Oh, that. Go tip a cow. And don't listen to dubstep.
Hey.
Unless you have some MDMA. Does anyone have some MDMA?
This is old.
I want to
Yeah, it is.
trip balls and MDMA.
4th of July is America's birthday. Don't die. Oh, forget it. But you try to do something nice. Thanks, Bill.
Oh, you ruined Erica's 4th of July forever. Oh, Bill, how could you?
Sorry, I just got to speak the truth about dubstep.
That is going back a ways, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Don't eat your family.
Yeah.
Do some MDMA.
That's why I said don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah. I was reading that they're being a little coy about it, but that Cedar Point is going to bring back the Top Thrill Dragster for people who are going out there. That's I don't know what that means. They've released some
Are they gonna
hints.
call it Top Kill Drag?
Their reimagined version of the Top Thrill Dragster. They tweeted a photo earlier in the week, and it just looks like they're rebuilding it or something. So they're being very cryptic about the whole thing. I don't know if they're probably not still going to call it that, because last year they were like, yeah, we're going to retire this ride, which for my money, that sucks because I loved that ride. That was my favorite ride at Cedar Point. But then like something flew off years ago and it hit somebody in the head and they were like lawsuits or something. And every other time you'd go, it was closed or shut down or something. So they finally said, screw it. It was the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world when it debuted in 2003. I guess I didn't realize it had been around that long. I was misremembering it. I was thinking it showed up after I came to Cleveland.
No, it got there in like 2003.
Yeah, that's what this is, yeah.
Because when I got back from the Philippines, that was like the newest ride in 2004.
So they said that the new ride would debut next season in 2024. But they're kind of breadcrumbing some information out about. And by the way, there was a thing I saw ranking amusement parks, and it used to be like Cedar Point, #1 in the world, or at least America or something. And then I saw something that was like Cedar Point's number 15. I'm like, how did that happen? What happened at Cedar Point where like all of a sudden they went from #1 to number 15?
I don't care, dude. I've seen people come from all over the country to go to Cedar Point.
I know guys from Montenegro and Monte Carlo.
He worked there. That I wasn't counting him.
Oh,
yeah.
You mean visitors?
Yeah, like it's so funny because I follow a lot of Insta-gays on Instagram, and it's these super ripped, hot guys traveling, and Cedar Point is always one of their destinations, and I'm just like, oh, if I was there at that time, you know.
Also, how disappointing for them, according to you, to get all the way out there and then realize that there's only one kind of gay bar.
They're not going for the gay bars, believe me.
No, but I'm saying if they go all that way, they'd want to like taste the town, right?
But Cedar Point can be considered a gay destination.
But did they go for gay? Do they do a gay day out there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then is that what they went for?
I think Sandusky Pride is at Cedar Point, if I'm not mistaken, or Cedar
think
Point
it would
has
have
its own
to be.
pride.
Yeah.
Because I know that they have done like gay festivities out there. I've seen people out there in their little pride shirts, but I'm not getting back on a crowbar rant. I'm not doing it anymore.
I was trying to lead him into it.
I'm not doing it again. I've already said my piece.
Yep. Their gay night, Bill, is called Cedar Point.
Hey.
I gotta. Let me give away this money.
Okay,
here.
good.
Hold that thought.
Now I want to talk about all the layoffs at ESPN.
Oh, right. I know. They're swinging the axe over there, boy. It is a chance for you to grab some money from the Buzzard bookie, right? You want to blow it right away if you win. You want to sock it away, whatever. That's up to you. It's $1,000. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Bank. That's bank. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
By the way, the final today from Wrigley Field, 10-1. Cubs over the Guardians. So there you go. They're off to a great start. Knocks the Guardians back to second place in the division. Still under 500. Guardians will play the Cubs at Wrigley again tomorrow night, 7:15 here on WMMS. And immediately after, our metal show called 2 Hours to Midnight here on MMS with me, Corey Roddick, and Pat Butler. Swinging the axe at ESPN. They're firing a lot of highly
people.
paid marquee talent over there because Disney is looking to well, first of all, they got to pay Pat McAfee out the yin-yang.
They got to pay Pat McAfee. They're going after Shannon Sharp, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make some room. I don't know if I like Pat McAfee being on ESPN. I like Pat McAfee being on YouTube where he's swearing and like just being a dude. I don't know if I'm gonna like his version of what because he gives great analysis. He's a fun dude to listen to, but I like it being a little looser than what it's going to be able to be on ESPN.
This is the weird, and I don't really know much about Pat McAfee. I've only seen him coincidentally on like ESPN Game Day or something where they're out there. He's out there with Peyton Manning and they're for college game day or whatever.
He's really good. I really enjoy Pat McAfee.
I think he's very funny, very entertaining, but this is that decision that a lot of people in that position have to make is they go, okay, I'm over here doing my thing and it's really, really blown up and I'm making some money, but do I jump to a legacy brand for a massive payday?
Yeah.
And some people go, no, because I got a pretty good thing over here. But most of them say, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump to
because
Rogan gets a massive payout to it goes over to Spotify. But then you're limited to that one brand. And so you don't get to call every shot. And so if you go, yes, ESPN is, it's a legacy brand. I'm going to take this over there. You're kind of in a gilded cage. Like you go, yeah, you take a ton of money, but you probably lose a chunk of your audience because you're not as widely distributed. Although ESPN is pretty widely distributed, but like they blew out Van Gundy and Jalen Rose. They had
Suzy Colbert.
They just signed Keyshawn Johnson to like a 5-year deal. They let him
fired
go.
him, yeah.
Max Kellerman and
June
so
Lee, there's a lot that they are letting go.
And ESPN made money last year. It's not like they're like, oh, we're down 50%. They had a great 2022. But as these companies consolidate, they go, well, and that's what sucks. And we have this conversation here when we have these staff meetings with this company, is they have to tell us, hey, we are just cogs in a much larger machine, which but you're like, yeah. So sometimes it doesn't matter how much you're killing it. They go, well, the company's down. And so that's the overarching thing. Disney owns ESPN. Disney is firing a lot of people because it sucks if you're a cog and you're doing a good job for ESPN, but Disney goes, well, attendance at our theme parks was down. So now something that's got nothing to do with you. They go, but they have so many properties. They go, well, we got to make up that money somewhere. So where can we cut? That's what every massive media company does. Where can we cut? And so Disney goes, well, we got to we got to get the stuff in the budget. It's just numbers. And everybody who works for a company like this or like Disney, we're just a number. And that number is how much you make, not what your ratings are, not what you're bringing to the company, not how much revenue you're generating. It's what you make. And they go, and that's what's happening here. I mean, guys like Kellerman kind of knew the writing was on the wall, But you know, if you find out, if you're lucky, your agent calls you. A lot of these people find out and Google,
right?
Or they find out on CNN Business
or Twitter or something like that. The Pat McAfee contract is for $85 million,
and it's only for like 3 or 4 years. I think.
Yeah. That's insane,
right?
Because that's probably what they're saving. I mean, it's almost like they're trading all these different personalities for one dude.
It's like a sports team.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty wild, though. Now, again, I don't watch ESPN, but I know who these people are.
I'm a Rich Eisen guy myself.
Okay.
I like Rich Eisen. When I do sports talk, it's Rich Eisen. That's who I enjoy.
I still like Dan Patrick.
I like Dan Patrick,
I'm old
too.
school.
Dan Patrick's great. I think of Rich Eisen as just kind of a younger Dan Patrick.
Yeah.
He's just a little bit younger and probably. I mean, how old is Dan Patrick now? He's getting up there. He's probably 70.
He's getting up there. Hey, Rissa. Hello, is it Rissa?
Yes.
Hi, what's up?
Are you in the Wu-Tang Clan?
Not Rizza.
Oh, okay.
Am I
Rissa.
the what?
Are you Rissa from the Wu-Tang Clan or Rissa from Columbia Station?
I'm Rissa from Columbia Station.
Ah, all right, good. She is also for the children. What's up, Rissa?
So I wanted to share my experience I had at Cedar Point, like when I was a kid. It was on Father's Day, so we were just trying to like celebrate Father's Day, and it happened to be Gay Pride Day at Cedar Point. And it was cool. Like there was tons of colorful people. The only thing that was like crazy is these people would get freaky out in the public, like right out in the open. It was insane. Me and my younger sisters were just like, what are they doing? And my dad, who's like a full-blown homophobic, was like losing his mind.
See, that's the type of stuff, man.
Experience.
Yeah. He was full blown, all right.
It was an experience. So yeah, I think they have Gay Pride Day on Father's Day at Cedar Point, and I think that's just ironic.
It's more like Daddy's Day out there. Yeah. All right, thank you, Rissa.
Was he uncomfortable because they kept going, hey, Ted, how are you?
Calling your dad by his...
Shut up. With my family right now.
I'll meet you at the crowbar later on.
That's the last thing I want.
No, you guys have a great day.
All right, thank you,
Thanks,
Rissa.
Cedar Point does not need to be a circuit party. Like, that's the type of stuff they do. Like, there's videos of people, getting done in the club. Like, while the music's going. Like, that's like a thing.
Yeah, you don't need that of it.
They're getting slayed
Cedar Point.
while listening to Lady Gaga or something.
So stereotypical.
Boat
Come
show,
on.
boat show, boat show.
Let's watch some boats.
Let's see some more boats.
Dan Patrick is 66 years old.
66 years old.
He's the pride of Zanesville, Ohio.
So he's got a little over 10 years, about 12 years on Rich Eisen. I love Rich Eisen, though.
Hey, Mark.
The best.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on, Mark?
Good
How are
show.
you? Thank you.
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Hey, I was going to chime in on the same thing about Cedar Point. Father's Day is usually gay days at Cedar Point is Father's Day. Long ago, it was a thing to everyone wear red shirts was a thing because often a lot of the groups that would go just in general, like a big family or whatever, everybody wear the same shirt so we can find each other. And a lot of times it was red. So when it initially started as Gay Day, a lot of times they were all doing red shirts just because it was a thing. Sandusky Pride is different. That's actually usually the third weekend. That was last weekend.
All right.
Well, I missed it.
You didn't see Poundcake there, did you?
No, we saw the parade. We didn't go to the Crowbar.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you need.
Crowbar is the only one now, but it was not the only one in the long ago. There were a couple of them once upon a time. There was another one called Club Eccentricities. And in the long, long, long ago, there was one called Your Place or Mine.
And you guys didn't support it, so therefore they're not around anymore.
Please tell me that Club Eccentricities was spelled with an X.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, nailed it.
Why didn't you tell me that you were gay?
Oh, sing it, Peggy. Okay, thank you, Mark. I've got to take a break.